So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about what kinds of websites that you really need to make this thing shine. And I'm talking just make it shine and really be able to bring in big results in your own business online. So for starters, you do not want your company website. Let me reiterate that again. Your company website is useless to you. Virtually useless. I'll take that back. Maybe there's about a 2% window of use for your company website. But the main reason why, if you're spending money on your company website, you will mostly do nothing but throw that money away, is this. Number one, generally company websites are very bland. All right, they do not use copywriting language. They don't use copywriting period in a way that really appeals to prospects. They don't understand prospects really. Company websites are all about product and company, and that's not really what most prospects are looking for, especially on the internet with so much competition everywhere. You cannot just be that same exact guy. If you were to pick out of 100 people, you can't look like 99 people next to you. It makes it really difficult for your prospect to go, ooh, I want to work with him. So right off the bat, just the sheer fact that they're poor copy, there's no differentiation, there's no personal branding. It does not say most of the time anything about you or brand you in any way whatsoever because it's cookie cutter. And you're not building your own list. Okay? You don't have control over the information that your prospects get from you after you generate them as a lead. That, my friends, is a major no-no. And that's why, when I see people out there, marketing their company website or sending traffic to their company website, I go, because I know that it's just a big mistake and they're wasting a lot of their efforts. And this was the big shift that happened for me when I finally understood this. Because rather than sending traffic to, a company website or this kind of website or that kind of website, I finally got what kind of website was the most profitable one that I should be sending all of my traffic to on the front end. And what I mean by on the front end is the first website that your visitors see, from your marketing or any of the different things you're doing. And it is called a lead capture page, my friends, otherwise known as a squeeze page. We'll refer to it as an LCP or a squeeze page from here on out. And your lead capture page, now this is really the pinnacle of your online marketing efforts. This is the front, okay? This is the front end. This is the whole shebang. This is what it all kind of revolves around in a way. Because that lead capture page is what generates you a prospect and then brings that prospect into your marketing funnel so that you can then either one, pick up the phone, call them, introduce yourself, build a relationship, do that whole thing, or two, market to them for the rest of the time on complete autopilot. So it's really important that you understand the basics of a lead capture page and really kind of have it down. And in a minute, I'm going to show you why you don't even have to worry about that and how, since I've really begun pioneering a lot of different tactics and strategies online, I've actually created something that's just going to make it so much easier for you and eradicate so much of the work that it took me to do when I was setting all of this stuff up for myself. I actually want to make it a lot easier on you, and I want to help you be a lot more successful too. But I'm going to talk about that in a minute. The elements of what makes a really successful and really good lead capture page are really this. One, highly converting, compelling web copy. All right, the web copy has to be written in a language that induces emotion. Okay, really good copywriting, it does not speak to the logic in people so much as it speaks to their emotions. Really it speaks to their emotional center. Because people generally make decisions, especially buying decisions, based off of emotion. Okay? Of course, they throw it around in logic, but ultimately it's emotion that is the biggest determinant, biggest factor in why we make our decisions. So really good web copy speaks to people's emotions. Number two, it has got to be short. I see so many people just messing it up big time with their different lead capture pages or websites that they've got in the industry because it's not short enough. It's too long. And on the internet and in people in general nowadays, I mean, look what modern society has done to our attention span. If you watch TV, it's like every 3 seconds, blah, 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 blah. Our attention spans have just been shot. And people nowadays, you have to be able to capture their attention quick and get them to take that desired outcome quick, because otherwise, it's very plausible that they'll click away. So a good lead capture page funnels your prospect, your visitor, funnels them straight to the desired outcome, which is becoming a lead and opting in as a lead as quickly as possible. And this is what so many people miss in our industry. They don't have the right web copy in place. They don't have the funnel of the lead capture page designed right. And even more so, a lot of people aren't using video in their marketing nowadays. Now, one of the things I personally tested is just video will increase your conversions times 1,000,000. Not just in the sense of like your physical conversions, how many leads are opting in from how many visitors you get, but also the quality of those leads. Okay, the quality of those leads, because you've got to take this into consideration. If somebody sees that you are on video, right, then they feel like they know you already, right? They get to know you in a little bit of a different way. Like right now, you're not just hearing or reading my writing. I'm getting to talk to you. You're getting to see my mannerisms. You're getting to kind of learn a little bit about me. You're getting to feel where I'm coming from and how passionate I am about this and how much I love teaching. And you're getting a more experience of my knowledge level and all those different things. And that's really happening because of video, because of our ability to communicate on video. And I've just found that this medium of video is so powerful. And some of the work that I've been doing that has just led to ultra-high conversions and ultra-profitable conversions recently, it all has to do with video. And that's why I highly suggest to so many of my students that you incorporate video into your marketing and into a lot of the things you're doing really as soon as possible. And the funny thing is, it's not that difficult. It's actually really simple, especially with sites like YouTube nowadays, sites like Vimeo or Google Video or all of these different video sites. I mean, you can literally make a rinky-dinky home video, upload it to any of these sites, and in a matter of minutes, have your own videos that you can put anywhere you want. So it's actually really quite simple. But I really just see the bottom line is most, not only network marketers, but just people in general, not understanding how to really create a successful capture page. And not understanding that the capture page needs to be the first part of any marketing campaign. Now, once you've generated that lead, then you can start introducing other websites. Once you generate that lead, then it's a good time to maybe show them your company website so they can get some information about your company before you call them. Or when they start getting your emails, then it's a good time to maybe show them a yourname.com site. Maybe whatever your name is, if you haven't bought yourname.com yet, go buy it. And you might want to think about putting up a website just about you that can be a very personal branding site for you, and I'll talk more about that in a later email message because there's a lot of information there too. But once you've got your lead capture page and you generate your leads, that's when you've got the power to really start showing them all sorts of other additional sites, your company site or another site you might want to build, and it'll be much more effective then. But the main thing is that the first thing you need to be sending all your prospects to is a lead capture page. And this is one of the things that I've found that sometimes can prevent a lot of people from not taking advantage of technology and not using technology to really crank out profits and more success for their business, is that they think all this stuff is, I can't do that, or I can't do this, or I can't understand that. So what I did, because I wanted to actually make that easier on my team, I created a team system, right? I created a system that had capture pages, video branded capture pages, back-end website sales funnels. I created a system that had all of this stuff in one place for my team so that they could plug in and start immediately using it, and they didn't have to worry about writing web copy. They didn't have to worry about getting some designer or learning HTML or any of this weird stuff, because they didn't want to have to learn about that. No one does. I didn't. I just did because nothing was going to stop me from being successful. But I noticed that they didn't want to learn that stuff, so I spent a ton of money, hired programmers, and wrote all this web copy, and put together all these websites and sales funnels, and created a system for my team to use. And it turned out that it was so successful. I was getting so much feedback from it right off the bat from people saying, holy smokes, you have no idea how much time this just saved us, how easier you just made all of this on us, how simple it is for me to now just kind of plug in and get my link that I can promote that's got my capture page, building my list with my videos if I want, or other videos that were made by you and all these other different things. And it gave me the idea that, really, this is what I saw that the entire industry needed. The entire industry really needed a system. The entire industry really needed a way to make it just easier on you to be able to plug into the power of technology to build your business. And without needing to really learn or go through that kind of expensive and oftentimes, just kind of laborious or labor, or whatever the word is, whatever it is that's hard, to go through that whole process, it's just not, most people, it can kind of turn them off. Because I didn't want my team being turned off, and I don't want so many other really, caring, good entrepreneurs, network marketers to run away from the power technology has to really help them. I decided to create a system for everyone that eradicates so much of the problems that people are seriously facing in their business today. So what I want you to do is in the least, I want you to remember what I've told you here today, and I want you to incorporate that into your marketing and remember the different principles about websites that I shared with you. But I absolutely want you to read the rest of this page